World-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Fields now to throw. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Throwing. Love. Ball is intercepted, intended for Hill. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Glove. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That'll be caught at Scott. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
Fields. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hartman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Herbert powering up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. One of the linebackers has got it. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Justin Fields, touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Set, ready. Ready.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready.
Now Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Okay, right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and the Bears take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's a give to Herbert. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Back to throw. Fields.
He finds his man complete. It's Hartman. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
To throw is Fields.
That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 36-yard line. Here we go.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
The one thing we know about RPO throws, they don't take long to develop. He had him wide open to the outside, hit him with it, but I think his eyes were looking downfield trying to see that open grass. Ends up dropping it. That's a missed opportunity.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Don't jump. Ready?
On 1st down, Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Herbert, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They're going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board. They begin to have hope.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Love now. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A handoff for Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Fields. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Love's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Going back to Love. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Love now to pass on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
Here we go, son.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert once more. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
Oh, able to avoid him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
They'll run here with Herbert.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bears on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now Herbert.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go, Scott.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory.